Hi, my friend. It's Adam here, and welcome back to English Adventure. If you're joining us again, thank you. I'm so glad you're here, growing with me each episode, and if this is your first time listening, a big welcome to you. You've just joined a community of English learners who are not only improving their language skills, but also building confidence and courage in everyday life. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. Now, let me ask you something important. Have you ever wished you could walk into any situation, an interview, a meeting, a new social group and feel genuinely confident? Not pretending, not forcing yourself to look brave, but actually feeling steady, strong, and ready to be yourself. Today, we're gonna explore exactly that, how to be confident. And while we dive into this topic, you'll naturally be practicing your English listening and thinking in English. Whether you're out for a walk, driving to work, or just relaxing, stay with me. This episode might help you see confidence in a whole new way. Let's begin. Most people think confidence is something you either have or you don't. Like, it's part of your personality. But confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build on action at a time. So let's start by defining what confidence really is. Confidence is trusting yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's not about always knowing what to say. It's about believing that whatever happens, you can handle it. If you make a mistake, you'll learn. If you feel nervous, you'll keep going anyway. That's real confidence. Here's a little truth. Every confident person you've ever admired was once a beginner. Imagine someone you look up to, maybe a speaker who seems so smooth, or a coworker who always has ideas to share. They didn't wake up one day and magically feel ready. They built confidence the same way you can, by practicing, by failing, and by trying again. Let me share a quick story. One of my students, Priya, was terrified to speak up in meetings. She knew her ideas were good, but her voice would shake and she'd feel her face get hot. She believed she wasn't the confident type. But we set a goal. Every week, she'd share one small comment in her team meeting. At first, it felt impossible. But over time, those little moments added up. After a few months, she didn't feel like she was pretending anymore. She was confident. So how can you start building this kind of confidence yourself? Here are 5 practical steps you can use starting today. Step 1, know what you stand for. Confidence grows when you have clear values. Ask yourself, what matters most to me? What do I believe in? What am I trying to create? When you're connected to a purpose bigger than your fear, you feel braver. For example, maybe you want to learn English so you can help your family, or travel, or advance in your career. Remind yourself of that every day. Purpose fuels confidence. Step 2, prepare, don't over-prepare. Preparation is powerful. If you're giving a presentation, practicing an interview, or planning to meet new people, prepare your key ideas. But don't fall into the trap of rehearsing every word. Over-preparing can actually make you more anxious because you expect perfection. Instead, focus on familiarity, review your notes, but also trust that you can improvise. Remember, confident people are not perfect. They're present. Step 3, use your body. This might sound surprising, but your body language affects your brain. When you stand tall, breathe deeply, and open your shoulders, you feel stronger. Try this right now. Sit or stand up straight. Take a slow breath in. Lift your chin slightly. Notice how that simple posture changes your energy. Your body can teach your mind to feel calm and capable. Step 4, speak before you feel ready. This is one of the biggest secrets of confidence. Most people wait until they feel ready to act. But the truth is, readiness often comes after you take action. Think of the last time you finally did something scary. Maybe you asked a question in English or started a conversation. You probably felt nervous, but once you began, the fear started to fade. Action creates momentum. So the next time you're hesitating, remember, say one sentence, take one step. Confidence will catch up. Step 5, celebrate small wins. Your brain is wired to focus on what you're lacking, but confidence grows when you notice progress. Each time you try, no matter how small, you build evidence that you're capable. Keep a notebook or a simple list on your phone. Write down moments when you spoke up, when you stayed calm, when you practiced English, even though you were tired. Review it often. You'll start to see you're doing better than you thought. Let's pause here for a moment. Take a breath. Think of one situation this week where you could practice one of these steps. Maybe you'll introduce yourself to someone new. Maybe you'll volunteer an idea at work. Or maybe you'll simply read English aloud for 5 minutes. Whatever it is, commit to it now. When you take action, you're already being confident. I want to talk about another myth, that confident people never feel self-doubt. That's simply not true. Everyone doubts themselves sometimes. But confident people don't let that doubt control them. They feel it and they keep moving. They understand that self-doubt is just a passing thought, not a permanent truth. When you hear that little voice in your mind saying, "I can't do this," answer back with, "Maybe, but I'm going to try." That's courage in action. Let's do a little reflection together. Ask yourself, when do I feel most confident? What am I doing in those moments? Who am I with? How can I create more of those experiences? Confidence isn't built by accident. It's built when you intentionally put yourself in situations that help you grow. Another helpful tip: watch your language. And I don't mean grammar. I mean, the words you use to describe yourself, if you often say, I'm terrible at English, or I'm shy, or I always fail, you teach your brain to believe it. Try replacing those sentences with something more balanced. I'm still learning. I'm working on this. I have strengths and areas to improve. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means not defining yourself by them. Let's talk about your environment. Who you spend time with matters. If you're around people who always criticize themselves or others, that mindset can rub off on you. But if you're around people who encourage growth, who celebrate effort, who are willing to try, you'll feel more supported. If you can't find those people in person, find them in books, podcasts, or online communities. Your environment shapes your confidence more than you think. I'd love for you to try something today. Take 5 minutes and write down 3 things you appreciate about yourself. They don't have to be huge. Maybe you're patient. Maybe you care about others. Maybe you showed up to this podcast because you want to grow. When you practice self-respect, confidence starts to feel more natural. As we start wrapping up, remember this. Confidence is not the absence of fear. It's the decision to act even when fear is present. Every time you take that step, you create evidence that you can handle life. And slowly, step by step, your belief in yourself grows. I want to thank you for spending this time with me. It takes courage to look at yourself honestly and choose to learn. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment about what confidence means to you. Your support helps us reach more English learners around the world. And if you know someone who needs a little more confidence today, share this episode with them. It might be exactly what they need. And remember, you are capable, you are worthy, and you have every right to speak, to try, and to shine. Keep practicing. Keep learning. Keep believing in your own voice. I'm Adam, and this is English Adventure. See you next time, and until then, stay brave and speak up.